Shut up, ass maggots! It's fucking Christmas!
Level 1. Ghost Stories. The game starts out, like a lot of other games, with a cutscene. The cutscenes in this game are pretty strange. Not in a bad way, though. They're not like the cutscenes you get in the previous Modern Warfare games, and they're definitely not the pre-rendered cutscenes we have in Black Ops 2 and pretty much every Call of Duty afterwards. I don't really know how to describe them. You'd have to see for them yourself. They're pretty artistic. In this cutscene, a guy tells a story about a group of soldiers assigned to protect a hospital from another group of soldiers. Unfortunately, the good soldiers were outgunned and outnumbered by the bad guys. Despite this, the fight wasn't over, as a few of the good soldiers were still alive, and using their stealth skills, they were able to kill all the bad guys over time, leaving one left who ran away scared.
When the enemy drew near, the remaining 14 rose out of the desert sand. They were like hunters that couldn't be seen, using stealth their enemies couldn't defend against. When the men ran dry of ammunition, they used their blades. And when the blades ran dull, they used their hands.
I gotta say, this is a pretty good introduction to the game so far. This group of soldiers sound really badass. Who are they?
He called them ghosts.
And this really happened.
So the legend goes.
Come on, Dad. You don't honestly believe that story's true.
Really? Are you f***ing kidding me? After that cool story, this is where we're gonna go? We're gonna have this stupid cliche? This is the type of shit you'd see in a kid's movie. Although, to be fair, a lot of kids play Call of Duty.
You guys suck!
But that's no excuse. Oh, Dad, you really think that story's true? Absolutely not. There's no way in hell that Ghosts would be in a game called Call of Duty Ghosts. Fucking dumbass. By the way, this is your dad, and this is your brother Hesh. Keep that in mind as you're supposed to care about these characters.
Come on, let's head back to the house.
As the family was walking home from their walk, or whatever they were doing, tremors start happening.
Oh, little tremor there.
Your mother.
Yo, mom!
Despite them living in California, it's not an earthquake. It's something much worse.
Dad, what's happening? Oh, it's over.
We also see the neighborhood keeping their cool by recording the fucking disaster going on around them and not trying to get to safety or something. Except this asshole who hits me with his car. After a bit of walking and a few respawns, we make it to our house, which is about to collapse, so we have to leave right away. But right before we leave, we get a flashback to 15 minutes ago, in space. Being in space is pretty cool, but given Infinity Ward's previous track record with space, it probably won't end well. So we found out a bit of what the dad guy was talking about. This is Odin, a weapon made by the US. I don't really have much to say about it right now. It can blow stuff up.
Copy, Baylor.
Pressurizing airlock. Oh, I'm really looking forward to going home. What's it been? 3 months?
Infinity Ward, this isn't how you get me to give a shit about your characters. Look, they never really went that in depth with a lot of their characters, besides maybe a few exceptions, but they knew not to pull some, man, I can't wait to go home and not die type of shit. Which actually reminds me, there's something that you should understand about this game. After Modern Warfare 3 released, Infinity Ward split up. Not a lot of the original developers were left. This includes the writers who were new to Infinity Ward at the time. So it might explain why the writing isn't as good as in the original Modern Warfare games, but doesn't mean it was doomed from the start just because the OG writers were gone. Hell, if they dragged my ass into the studio, I probably could have written a better story than... Wait, what the hell is going on? Wait. How did this happen? It should not be this easy for terrorists to sneak into a US spaceship like that. How much ass does your security gotta suck in order for something like this to happen? Also, I love how Retirement Lady just immediately shuts the door on them and leaves these poor fellas to die. I also like how she tackles this one terrorist, which makes the gun fly directly to you and makes you learn how to shoot in this game. Eventually, we learn the name of this terrorist group that's causing all this trouble. The Federation. What kind of name is the Federation? It would have been better if it was something stupid like, I don't know, fucking evil poison child killers or something. So anyways, the Federation has taken over the super weapon and is about to blow up a bunch of cities, particularly cities in the south. The commander tells us that we have to destroy it, which is what we're gonna do. Right before we get a sad scene with Retirement Lady and player character number 13, whom I don't give a shit about.
The atmosphere. Specialist Mosley. Kira. We have LOS with the crew of Odin Control. Repeat, loss of signal with Odin Control.
You know, you can't really put sad music in a character's death to make their death sad. You gotta first get us to care about these characters. Take, for example, Soap. Soap has been a character throughout the Modern Warfare trilogy. Not so much in the first game, since he's a player character, and pretty much every player character in COD before Mason never really spoke or was given an actual character, but you still played as him. Then in Modern Warfare 2, they made Soap into an actual character. In fact, he will be one of the main characters in both Modern Warfare 2 and 3. What makes his death impactful isn't just because they put sad music over it, and it isn't just because his death scene is overall a lot better than Retirement Lady's death scene, but because at that point, he spent so much time with Soap. The thought of him dying is depressing. I've been with Retirement Lady for 5 minutes, and I've seen bars of Soap with more personality than her. Anyways, after all that, we get sent back to San Diego with Hesh. Clearly, all hell has broken loose. Seriously, I just love all the destruction that's going on all over the place. This is cool as f***. Anyways, after a bunch of parkour, this happens. Damn, that is pretty good at finding his... Oh my god, he brought a fucking truck. How the hell was he even able to drive all the way over here? The road is completely destroyed in front of us. We just saw it get obliterated. Whatever, we hop up into the truck and get a good view of the destruction. And also we see the title of the game. And with that, the level is finished. You know, for a first level, it wasn't entirely crap. It wasn't exactly good either. I like the intro cutscene and the story it told. Plus that bit near the end was really cool. I guess space was neat. Everything else about this level sucks though. This level feels like one of those levels like Revelations in Black Ops and the Coup in Modern Warfare, and the fact that it feels more like an interactive cutscene than an actual level. These kinds of levels work well when they serve a strong narrative purpose. The Coup serves to show how messed up the Middle East is, and how the US should probably step in and take their role, stop the terrorists. And Revelations shows Mason coming to terms with the truth about Reznov. The narrative purpose of this level is to show that San Diego has been blown up, and these... God, who the fuck is texting me? As I was saying, the narrative purpose of this level is to show that San Diego has been blown up by these Federation guys, who really hate the US for some reason. I guess it kind of works, but it doesn't really tell us a whole lot of the story, which we don't really know yet. And that shit with Retirement Lady was just so distracting to me, honestly. I'll put it in D tier, because I feel like all the mid stuff outweighed the cool stuff.